Good morning, good morning, good morning, my collective. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to do a short reading. Don't look for this long one this time. I think that some of you, collective, want your person back, want reconciliation, hope you can work things out. You don't want new love, you want past love. Past love wants you, okay? But past love might not be communicating. You might not be communicating with them. So let's see if you guys can possibly reunite, bring things. Can you let go of what has happened so that you can have a reconciliation? Or would it be a failed attempt? Is the cycle over? Has the door completely closed? Okay, let's see, collective, what the spirits have to say, what the universe has to say. Spirit guides, my angel, protect me as I do this reading. Let me know. Tell me something personally about give me an energy first. Give me the energy of the collective and how they're feeling about the person they're no longer with. Attachment, yeah. You guys are holding on to the past. Both you might be holding on to the past. They may be holding on something to the past. You guys might be attached to each other, not ready to move towards new love because you're both clinging to old, healthy thoughts, patterns, behaviors, people, environment. Something is holding you guys back from the past, whether you're codependent on each other, or whether you know that this person you're with is a toxic relationship, you need to let it go, or maybe they're in a toxic relationship, they need to let go. Neither of you, or one or both of you, are holding on to something that needs to be released. Is it your fears, collective? The fear of the relationship working? 202. Is it the fear of them repeating a behavior or something that they've done before? Did this person hurt you and you're afraid they'll hurt you again if you get back to them? Was this person hurt in the past and afraid of getting hurt again? See, again, somebody's not walking away from the past. The past is interfering. 23 goes to 5. There's internal conflict, there's external conflict. You guys are fearing change. There needs to be a change here. There needs to be some type of change. There are some fast changes that are going to come about, so don't fear these changes that's going to happen in your life. You guys are hopeful of a bright future, whether you're with that person from the past or not. You're hopeful just in yourself of having a better, brighter future for yourself, and you can see it, but you won't release the past in order to go towards it. Okay, give me one more, spirit guys. One more of my collective. Okay, you want to give me two? Well, okay, I'll take 3. I asked for 1, but I'll take what you give me. Door to value. Once you release this past, there is a lot of abundance for you, okay? A lot. Some of you are focused now on money and making money, and you're not focusing on your healing because you're focusing on making money. All right, this is 31. It goes to 4. It talks about your stability, your support, your structure. So some of you are, you know, working on your physical stability, probably putting money up, working on a career, trying to figure out how you can make more money, save money. And some of you are even just considering things, people who are of value to you. It does not always just have to be money with the value card out here, okay? Some of you might be thinking, who has value? Who sees my self-worth? Maybe you're putting more value into yourself, seeing your self-worth, okay? But there's a storm coming. This is this change. So somebody's resisting making this change. There is going to be some unexpected event that's going to happen in someone's life, yours or your person's life, okay? That's going to shake things up, to get things, to initiate this change, to get this change going, to help you guys release this past and get things on the right foot, okay? This is a 10. Some cycle has ended. The cycle that could have ended could possibly just be you guys' way of thinking, holding on to past hurt, past traumas, past addictions. Maybe you guys somebody was so wrapped up into just making money that they weren't looking into the other things that are valuable to them, like a person's love, time, energy, okay? And maybe this 10 is just a way of shaking up, since they were so concerned about money and worried about money and put money first, shaking up their career, loss of business, an end of how they make money, an end of what they're doing. And this person is doing a lot of thinking now. They're using their intuition. They're going in their head. You, them, whoever is doing a lot of thinking, trying to see things from a higher perspective, trying to learn a lesson. All right, somebody might be getting spiritual readings, watching tarot. This is a 46, goes to a 10, so someone's definitely getting ready to end the cycle to an old way of belief that they had, a belief system. Maybe they did things a traditional way, the way that their family always did things. They're mirroring what they were raised, how they were brought up, what the people around them were doing, and they sat in with that. And now they're realizing they need to change. They need to put an end to maybe some of the circles that they're in. They're trying to look at things from a more, they're trying to be wiser, listen to their intuitions, lead with their head so much more than their heart, with a purpose. All right, they're tired of shallow and superficial things, and they want something of more value in their life. Okay, but that's a collective. If they get back together, or it's a collective, is there a possibility of this working? Like, who is this person that collective is thinking about? Who are they? Who's the past? Spirit guys, tell me something about this person on this collective's mind. Your person could reside in Seminole County, Collier County, or Marion County. Okay? The person that's on your mind. Something's falling, guys. Give me a second. Tell me more. Tell me more about who this person is on the collective's mind. Who is this person? It's too much. Who is this person that the collective possibly is thinking about rekindling with, or has questions about if they do, can it work? All right, somebody who feels like right now they're in survival mode. Is that you, or is that them, collective? Does someone feel like they're going through a lot right now, so they try not to really focus on the things that's going on in their life and what they did, and they're just doing what they're doing, probably focus on their jobs, their money, their survival mode, trying to make ends meet, stressing, worrying about a lot of stuff. Somebody could be disabled, unable to disabled does not necessarily have to mean physically disabled. They could be mentally disabled, emotionally disabled, because their head is so caught up with so many emotions. All right, they could be disabled to the point where they just feel like they can't make a move. They're stuck. Okay, hence, hiding fears, being hid behind, stuck in a situation. Somebody might disable, meaning like they feel like they're stuck in a situation that they can't move beyond. Okay, they feel like no matter how they try, and they're in their head because they're trying to figure out how to make a move. This could have been somebody that was doing some online dating, meeting people online and hooking up with them, betraying you in some sense. This is a green card, so this is somebody that was with the 4, with the heart chakra. So somebody that was imbalanced with their emotions. Somebody who had a closed heart when it came to you, collective. They wanted love, but did not want to give love. They just wanted to receive love because they have some type of emotional imbalance. Okay? Give me some more, and then let's move more into, like, what is this person? Who is this person? All right, I let my friends and family control me. Somebody, you or your person, their friends and family's opinion about who they date, what they do, the type of work they do, who they settle down with, the moves, decisions they make. This is somebody who doesn't make these decisions on their own. All right, even if their intuition is telling them to go in one direction, if they run it by their friends, family, or whomever, and if they don't agree with that or don't feel like that's what they need to do, they don't do it. They don't follow their own mind. And that could be part of the problem. They allow their friends, their family, or whomever to whisper in their ear and give them some advice that turned out to not be the best advice for them. All right, maybe it's the best advice for their family or friends should they be in that position, but it did not turn out to be the best advice for your person. Your person should have listened to their intuition. Everyone's journey is individual. Their friends should not have weighed in. on their what they needed to do, especially if your person's intuition was speaking to them. Your person could have been a plumber, knows how to work with pipes, self-taught, school-taught, doesn't matter, does some plumbing, those knows how to just work with the pipes. Also, with plumber, it could mean that you need to clean some things about you, your pipes, your way of thinking. Do a cleansing, cleanse your mind, your thoughts, okay? Let's clarify. Give me more on, oh, thank you, on this attachment. Yeah, your person needs some emotional maturity, but this is a King of Cups. So this is somebody definitely, this is somebody who usually masters their emotions, all right? This is somebody who needs to take the time to make decisions by the heart, and because their decisions, their bad decisions, could possibly lead to consequences, and this person's decisions, I felt like, did lead to some type of consequence for them. Okay, thank you, spirit guides. Yeah, this person made a fishy offer to you. All right, this person did not apologize as well for things that they done, but not only that, this person didn't listen to their intuition. They were very immature in the love that they gave to you. You could have had a child with this person. This person could have given love to someone that they had a child with. Okay, this person held back how they felt. This person was dealing with some rocky emotions inside. They were still healing from hurt. They did not share this with you. This person needed to ground and balance these emotions, and they did not. All right. So when they presented their cup of love to you, they were giving superficial love, and this is somebody that was getting superficial love, and this is somebody who usually is intuitive, but they did not listen to their intuition in this situation. All right. They tried to delay your relationship with them. They tried to delay the progress of you moving on and finding another relationship because they still want to hold on to you in some sense. But this is something that caused them to have a failed partnership with you. It caused setbacks because of their lack of growth, their lack of maturity caused a setback in your relationship. All right. This is somebody I see. This is somebody who's now receiving the truth, clarity from the divine, from the universe, from their intuitive hits, or just finally waking up and realizing that you were their love partner, you were their soulmate, you were the one who they're supposed to share their heart with, you were the one that was to make them happy. There's mutual attraction between you guys. They just needed to balance the relationship. You could have been polar opposite of this person, who in the beginning they thought that was a problem, but is now receiving the clarity and the intuitive hits and the wisdom to know that it was the opposite that you had that balanced them out, that was encouraging their growth. Okay, that was helped to build them, and they didn't give to you, and now they feel out in the cold. Okay, they feel like a lack. This could be somebody as well who's had an ancestor who moves on, possibly a mother who's no longer with them that could have passed in their younger years. Did not have to be a child, but really their younger years. All right. And this person is missing that. And this person's on crutches. This person's looking for support, looking for help, asking for help. But the fact that they're with one crutch, one cast, and two crutches, they're trying to get through each day by day, but they're trying to get through it on their own, really. They're outside of a church, so they could go inward spiritually, do the spiritual work, do the healing to heal the things that they feel insecure about, the loss, the mental conflict they're having, the emotional conflict they're having because they're in poverty, if not financial poverty, or if they're not dealing with hardship materialistically or financially, definitely they're in spiritual poverty and spiritual hardship. This person is insecure that they can be who you need them to be. It's a lot of earth and water out here, you guys. So we are talking about Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and as well as Virgo, Capricorn, um, and oh my God, Taurus. All right, so this person does want to have a new beginning. They want to try to come towards you and have some type of new beginning. They want to take the courage to come towards you because they're after doing all this introspection, and because they're doing this thing, they're feeling very regretful. They feel like they missed an opportunity with you because they were focused on so many other things going on in their life, whether they were other people, whether they were business opportunities, whether it was their money or just whatever they had going on. They never had time for you. They never put love into you. This is somebody who put love into a lot of things, gave their heart to a lot of things. So this is someone who was giving to other situations, whether you knew it or not. They could have been married, or they could have married and had other people on the side, or they could have just had other people on the side. But at this time, this person's very dissatisfied. Something could be going on in their home life as well. This person is feeling burnt out, restless, can't sleep, feeling trapped in a situation that they've allowed themselves to get in. But they're in a situation because they ignored all the warning signs of going towards that direction. Something intuitively, because we do have intuition out here a couple of times, this person knew that they needed to be with you. This person knew you were the one for one. This person knew you were their happiness. They ignored all of that. Again, they let their family and their friends control them. They let their family and their friends convince them to do otherwise. And now emotionally they're not balanced. And this is somebody who's trying to find balance now within themselves. They want some harmony in their life. They're ready to heal some things, but they want to heal your relationship. But the thing is, the relationship is over. It's too little, too late. They took too much time. All right. So your question, collective, like, could this go back around again? Can there be a reconciliation? Can we move forward? The world card is saying it's over. The cycle is over. Whatever lesson there was to be learned, you've learned yours, and now they're learning theirs. Okay. What is the karmic lesson for the person on the collective mind? Vibes in sync, energy match, same page, flow together. You were this person's soulmate, okay? You guys were supposed to come in sync. You guys were supposed to grow together. Your energies just go there. It's a spiritual connection. That's why they're yearning for you, missing to you, because you inspire them. You guys were meant to be together. But this is the thing, your ex, they could have gone towards an ex for one, but they put you in a love triangle. They definitely were sleeping with someone in their past, okay? They put you in a love triangle. They could have actually slept with someone you knew, all right? But they definitely acted undercover. They certainly did, all right? But this person feels like the two of you have unfinished business. They want to come in and they want your forgiveness. They want reconciliation. They hope that you guys can fix your issues, and some of them possibly want to propose to you. They want to secure you to the point where they don't have to worry about losing you again. They want to secure their spot. They don't want you to move on to somebody else. They don't want someone else to get you because they know that you are high value. You are a catch, okay? Some of them might want to try and get you pregnant. Just keep that. But this person, they desire the spotlight, or something that you're doing is in the spotlight, and you're drawing attention to yourself. You have a platform. You're becoming popular. You're gaining attention. And that could have bothered your person, because your person might be someone who feels like they need attention. But your person could have been a narcissist. Someone, if they were dealing with so much insecurities, as it looks like your person needed that outside validation from people. They needed people to constantly tell them how good they look, or how well they did, how smart they are. Just always boost their ego, because they felt so insecure. And they felt so insecure because they're in poverty, hardship, spiritually and emotionally. They don't understand that what they need to heal is inside. It's not about the outer, okay? So you might be contemplating, collective, like I started this, you're contemplating, can it work? Can we get back together? You're really weighing out the options. If I let this person back in my life, if they do something similarly to what they've done before, is my first impulse going to be like, oh, well, here you go again. We're repeating the cycle. They're cheating. Is this person? You're not sure if this person is going to come in playing the same games they played before. The whole situation just seems sketchy to you. So you just don't know if you can do it, okay? Somebody's spying on you. Your person may be spying on you, snooping around, driving by your house, getting tarot readings, asking about what you're doing, looking at your social media, okay? Your person could be, just trying to see if you're with someone, if who else is on your page, and slipping on their page to see if they're posting about you. Your person is finally realizing that the opposites between the two of you do match, okay? They could have been a bad boy, you're a good girl. You guys could have had different spiritual beliefs, just different beliefs in general on how you live. But there was an insane attraction, intensity between you guys, okay? You guys really balance each other out. Someone could have been black, someone could have been white, okay? You could have had just any type of different nationality. Somebody tall, somebody short. Someone could have come from money, some came from poor beginnings, okay? These lifestyles were so different in some type of way that it bothered this person. person, okay? Some of you might be used to go for trips together, hook up, sit in the car, and just talk, all right? But somebody's ready now to come clean, tell you how they feel. They want to open up. They want to confess something to you. They want to be emotionally raw with you, be truthful. They want to confess something, all right? They want to confess that they were hiding their feelings, that they were hiding behind a mask. We have mask out here twice, guys. This person does have a secret love for you that they're hiding. They did give you mixed signals. Sometimes they were hot and cold with you. You didn't know how they felt or what they were doing. It's because they were hiding how they feel. It's because they didn't want you to know how much you meant to them, all right? This person was just being very secretive. They were being sneaky and dishonest. They hid a lot of information from you. Some that could have hurt you, some that could not, and now they're feeling guilty about that. They're feeling guilty about how they portrayed themselves, what they did. They know that you were good for them, all right, and they really do want you back. They want to reconnect with you, but collective is over. It's over. I feel like even if you try and say I forgive you, your mind, you're going to keep going back to what they've done. You cannot gonna be able to let it go. You're not going to have inner peace. It's just going to be over. Your heart is broken. They've done too much. They've done too much. Tell me, what else, collective? What else does collective need to know? Like, they want to reconcile, spirit guides. What do they need to know? Yeah, confession. This person going to come and communicate. It's confessions out here twice. They're going to communicate. They're definitely traveling towards you. They may be at a distance right now. They don't like the emotional distance between you guys at all, okay? Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you could be. But this person's definitely going to repeat a cycle because they still repeating a cycle of their behavior. They have not changed. Yes, what I'm saying is right. They're repeating a cycle, okay? Be patient in divine timing. Everything's going to work out for you. This is at 5 o'clock. This 5 talks about change, conflict. This person's doing inner conflict, outer conflict. A change is coming in divine timing, okay? You may be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you're thinking about an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? What does this person need to work on before they could boundaries, being self-care? Your person needs to work on practicing more self-care and setting boundaries with these family, these friends, these exes, people who they're with. They're allowing people to come and go as they please. They're giving to them in too many ways, emotionally, physically, sexually, and they need to set boundaries with these people, okay? Again, your person's feeling a lot of shame and guilt for how they treated you, okay? They need to grow. They need to grow in their mindset. They need to grow. Definitely, this is an immature person. You may have children with this person coming up with all these kids. Your person may have multiple children, okay? But this person has a lot of hidden desires. One of their hidden desires is longing for you to be emotionally fulfilled, to come back to you, okay? Because they see you as a missed opportunity, all right? But this person, they need to go through some type of rebirth before they would even be good enough for you to meet you where you are with your energy. All right, tell me more. Tell me more, Spirit. Can my collective make it work? Can my person and collective make it work? You need to cut ties. Stop the pattern. It's going to, you see here we have cycles as well. If you try to make it work with your person, reconcile, it might be good in the beginning. They may show some slight change in the beginning, but then once they get comfortable, they're going to go back to the same thing and they're going to repeat a cycle, okay? So you need to stop the pattern. Stop the pattern. Cut it loose. It's over. This person is going to try to come in and love bomb you. Second time we have narcissists out here. They're going to love bomb you. It will be a one-sided, relationship. But they do want to express how they feel. They do want to express their love. They want to inform you that they're thinking of you, okay? And they definitely want to speak their heart in some way. All right. You gave this person unconditional love and they missed it. They now want to say they're willing to give and receive love. And that's because, they see you out here grounding yourself. They see you at peace, all right? They see you growing and you're inspiring them, all right? You're inspiring them and you're scaring them at the same point, because the more you grow, the further away you're moving from them. And again, this person, they might be your twin flame for a lot of you, but you were polar opposites. We have polar opposites out here 3 times now. You did complement each other as a polar opposite. Give me one more of these, and then let's find out what they're. If you have one more, spirit guys, since that's the okay, that's it. Oh, yeah. This person ran. They ran from the intimacy. They need to let go. All right, you need to let go. You need to run far from this. Go towards your future. All right. Let's get the karma thread. What karma is there? What's the karma lesson in this relationship coming together? Break self-limiting beliefs. The only limits are the ones you impose. Break free from outdated beliefs and unlock your true potential. All right, so this too late, not good enough, no one cares mentality. You need to grow from that. So this insecurity, I told you, a person dealt with insecurities and they let their friends and family make the decisions for them. This person felt like they weren't good enough. They felt like maybe you didn't care. This person is now feeling like maybe they're not coming towards you because maybe it's too late. Maybe I've done too much. And collective, maybe they have, or maybe they feel like it's too late to change, okay? Maybe it's an older person you're dealing with, all right? But someone needs to make peace with the past. You need to make peace with the past. They need to make peace with the past. Sometimes you move on from people that you love. It's time to let them go, okay? You don't have to rewrite the story. Just stop fighting the chapter. Peace begins with acceptance. Give me one more. Thank you. All right. Set healthy boundaries. I told you somebody needed to set boundaries. Healthy boundaries protect your energy. Stand firm in what you need and thrive. So again, make boundaries, all right? If you want to communicate, communicate. But do know what you're willing to accept and what you're not, what you're deserving of and what you're not. If somebody's going to come in real hard, real strong, trying to love bomb you, collector, be prepared, because they're going to want a reunion with you, okay? Set boundaries. Don't let someone to come in and play the same mind games with you. I understand you still have love for them, you still have feelings for them, you still question, could you possibly have something, but set those boundaries. If they go beyond your boundaries and what you deem acceptable, then here, let go. Popped out, let go. Let go of the ex. Let go of the notion of a reconciliation. You have the world card. The cycle is over. The lesson has been learned. Let go of your self-limiting beliefs. Let go of whatever's holding you back, your fears, whatever killed heart. If you felt like, well, I invested so much time, I don't want it to just go to waste. It wasn't a waste because you learned the lesson. You improved. You've grown in some type of way. So you do not waste your time. Okay? One more angel message and we'll wrap this up. If there's one spirit guys other than let go, let my collective know it. Is there anything else, or is that your final message now? A year from now, let go, and in a year from now, you're going to see a world of a difference, okay? Some of you are going to be networking with your business. If you have a platform, it is going to grow. You're going to be more with your soul tribe. Some of you are going to travel. Some are going to have a family. Some are going to be married. Something you're going to do is going to take off on the internet, okay? Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, because they're around, they're here, they're offering you support, they're helping you to transform, and they're guiding you. Again, another world card, another world. Something you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do something that is going in relation to helping the world to grow in some type of way, whether it's some type of community support, advice, leading, teaching, whether it's healing. But you're being brought, your mission, what you're being guided to do is to be able to help the world in some type of way, in some direction. I don't care if you work on computers, if you're hair, if you work in the hospital, medical site, something you're doing, you're supposed to help, okay? And it's part of your transformation. So thank you. I hope this message helped you in knowing, will it work? If reconciliation came? It looked like universally it's a no. Thank you.